One of the reasons that a lot of people choose to go cruising is to limit their footprint on the environment. How then can you possibly reconcile the idea that you have to buy certain stuff for the boat with that idea of being light on the planet? Hi, I'm Nika Waters, and welcome to the Boat Galley podcast. Today, we're talking about consumerism and simpleness and how in the world do you make it all work? Today's episode of the Boat Galley podcast is sponsored by Infinity, the most trusted name in woven vinyl flooring in the marine industry. Since 2008, Infinity has offered boat owners premier flooring options proven to withstand even the most demanding environments. Each of their products is equipped with UV-stable fade resistance and antimicrobial technology, giving them both durability and style that can't be matched. Thinking about kicking carpet to the curb? Make the switch to Infinity and see the difference true luxury makes. Visit infinitylwv.com and use the coupon code PODCAST for 50% off samples. I was scrolling around on Instagram the other day, and an ad for West Elm popped up, and it said, "Go shopping now." And I thought, oh boy, scrolled right on by, and it really made me think, is that truly what we do as a society? The idea that you just go shopping anytime you feel like it, even if you don't need what it is that's there? I guess that's one way that the economy keeps going, right? Is needs people to make things, needs people to buy things. Doesn't matter if the stuff lasts or not. But as cruisers, as sailors, we definitely have a different mindset to it. And this came close to me, or came to my head back in the fall when I was looking for, just scrolling around. I wasn't even looking for anything. So there's question number one, or problem number one, right? If you are looking for things that you don't even need. I wasn't looking up specifically because I said, oh, I need this particular thing. I just was messing around on Facebook, and this ad popped up for the Patagonia 50% off sale. And I thought, oh boy, I love Patagonia. I really do. I love what the company stands for. I love their environmental aspect. I love the fact that they create items of clothing and gear that actually lasts. I know people who have been wearing the same Patagonia jackets and shirts and pants for 30 years, and that absolutely is worth paying some money for. I love how outspoken they are about focusing on environmental issues and how much they put money behind environmental causes. This is important to me in a company. But here's the thing. I've totally fallen in love with one of their jackets. And the ad that got me to click on it to go to the site was an ad for this jacket. It was almost as if online had read my mind. And yes, we have worries about that, although I don't think I'd been talking about it. Who knows? Maybe I was talking about it in my sleep. I have no idea. But an ad for the exact jacket that I've been lusting after. It wasn't even that I was looking for it. An ad for the exact jacket that I was lusting after with the terms 50% off sale made me click and start reading. But here's the thing. I have a jacket. I have a jacket that I bought a few years ago. It's a jacket from a decent brand. It's an LL Bean. It combines an outer water-resistant shell with an inner fleece lining. I can take the two things apart. I can wear it in the fall, in the spring. It serves as a really thick layer. There have been times that I've needed to be extra, extra warm, and it serves as a nice big thick layer underneath a bigger coat. I borrow my husband's bigger coat if I need something. And sometimes there are times that actually for my job right now that I have with, I teach, and I spend almost an hour every single morning getting kids out of cars at the school where I work. So I do have to be outside in weather that normally I wouldn't want to be outside in. I can also wear a sweatshirt underneath this jacket that I have. The issue with the jacket is that it's fairly bulky. It doesn't pack up small. The fleece layer that's by itself isn't exactly warm. It's more like a really, really thin lining kind of a thing. And it really works super well as a land coat. It works really well if I have a closet into which I can put a coat, and it doesn't matter if it takes up more space than it might need to. When we go sailing, that's not going to work quite so well. And we've been talking about this. As we are prepping and downsizing and looking at what we have and being very, very critical about the gear that we have, both for ourselves and for the boat, we've been talking about the need for a couple of layering pieces that will work in different conditions. Yes, our plan is to go tropical, but the fall and the spring actually can be quite chilly. And it doesn't even matter where you are, but if we start from the Chesapeake and go up towards Maine or up towards Nova Scotia, even in the bright summer, it can be kind of cold up there. We do have some foul weather gear, and that works for heavy rain, but that's heavy. It's not exactly light. You're not going to grab it for a summer rain squall. It's big enough to fit a layer or two underneath it, the foul weather gear, which is great because the foul weather gear acts as a really superb windbreaker also. So we're looking for light rain gear to walk around in town when it's drizzling, or to stuff in a backpack when we're going hiking if you don't know what the weather's going to do. We also don't have anything really kind of light and warm that will act as a jacket on its own, while also acting as a layer if we need it to. On our small boat, space is at a total premium, and it needs to be considered really carefully, especially with those items of clothing that won't be worn all the time. This jacket that popped up on my news feed, I've kind of lusted after one of those. It's a Patagonia puff jacket, and I've been lusting after one of them, looking at it wistfully, excited by it, and then saying no for a long time now. The price of it is expensive because Patagonia stuff is well made and it lasts for a long time, but still, it's not the sort of thing that I'm just going to drop the change on it just because. And the price had me checking on eBay and looking in local consignment stores. No luck. Why shouldn't I just buy a cheap jacket? Why not just buy a cheap thing that's going to be lightweight and it'll layer and that sort of thing? And I really want something that fits with my sensibilities as well as something that's going to last for a while. But I keep coming back to, I have a jacket. I have a jacket. Maybe I could just take the fleece out. Maybe I can roll up that other jacket. It's not going to be all that warm, but I have that jacket. So do I need another one? I have the one jacket. Do I need another one? Consumerism is something that is so prevalent in our culture. And the idea seems to be, go ahead, buy more, buy now. Buy everything that you could possibly want for the next million years. You see a shirt that you like, buy it in 10 colors, buy 8 different versions of it, put it in your closet, and then maybe 10 years from now, you're going to throw all of them away still with the tags on them. But I kind of put a post up on Facebook asking for people to give me their Patagonia horror stories. And I did. I think I said that. I said, tell me why I shouldn't buy this. Tell me what's gone wrong with your Patagonia jacket. And I was hoping that I was going to get a bunch of people saying, oh, it falls apart, even though I was fairly certain that wasn't what I was going to get. Most people, though, sent some version of, go for it. Go ahead, buy it. You won't regret it. You deserve it. Life is short. There was only one person who said, hang on. If you have a jacket, why get another one? I did have a couple of people tell me to check eBay and Craigslist, and somebody else said that they love shopping in thrift stores and they find Patagonia stuff there all the time. This person also happened to mention that she loves the hunt, and I do not like the hunt. I'm terrible at it. I don't like shopping in the first place, and then going through something, it's just, bleh. No thanks. But I have tried to find this jacket in a thrift store a couple times without any luck. The vast number of people said, do you deserve it? Life is short. Go ahead, buy it. I had a few people who said, why don't you sell one of your existing jackets, which kind of made me laugh because I have one jacket. I'm not going to sell one of my existing jackets, or donate one. I had other people who said, oh, wow, thanks for letting me know about the sale. I went and I bought it in 3 colors because I wanted it. My friend Bian, who sails on Sailing Totem, got absolutely right to the point. And this is what I wanted to share here. She said, why do you want this jacket? Is there a reason for you specifically wanting this jacket? Aren't you planning on heading south where you're not going to need this kind of thing? And have you been warm enough this winter with what you already have? And I really appreciated the questions. I totally appreciated it because in my response to her, it was very, very clear that what I was thinking was not out of the realm of what I need. So this rationale and my thinking about it, which Jeremy and I talked about and had the same conversations about that Bean did. One, it's a lightweight, packable, warm jacket. It will layer well on night passages or even daytime sails in the spring and the fall. It's compact, superbly well made, and should last for a lifetime. It will fit on our small boat. And the price was better than I've been able to find on eBay or Craigslist, and this was a new item as opposed to a used one. On the one hand, it's still consumerism. I bought something new that I didn't exactly need. On the other hand, it's a nod to the intentionality and the simplicity of the life that we're headed towards. I spent a lot of time thinking about this jacket, and the purchase was made with absolute intentional thought and focus, much like our decision to go off cruising. As we're talking about the gear that we need to buy and the stuff that's going to go on the boat, all of those purchases are being done and gone after with that exact kind of deliberate, intentional focus and thinking. Do we need it? Why do we want it? What's the reason for it? Will we use it? Do you have something already that fits the bill and will work on the boat? If the answer to the last one is, do you have something already that's going to work on the boat? Then I don't think any other question is worth asking. Nope. Done. But if the answer to the other ones leads you to think that yes, it's worth the purchase, then yes, it's worth the purchase. How do you go about making your buying decisions as you're thinking about things either for your land life or for your cruising life? Thanks for listening. I'll look forward to seeing you out there. Bye for now. Thanks so much for listening to the Boat Galley podcast. We do our best and aim to answer questions that you might have about the cruising lifestyle from our many, many, many years of varied cruising experience. Please let us know what you think and absolutely share this with your friends. We'll talk to you next time.
Slow down.